Welcome to the Secondhand Club. My name is Gregory, and today we are in New York. We are actually New York just for the Phillips auction happening on Saturday. Today is Thursday, and I wanted to take you with me to the auction preview, which is basically a place where you have the chance to see some interesting watches before they're auctioned. And I made a selection of around 20 watches, so I wanted to take you with me to the preview and then to the auction happening on Saturday. Let's go. First up is lot number 3, the FP Journe Élégante 48 in Titalyt. It's a favorite among newer Journe collectors for a good reason. The case is titanium that's been electroplasma oxidized, giving it that matte finish and added durability. This 2023 release features a black dial with lume that glows green under the UV light. It runs on an electromechanical movement that shuts down when idle, then resets to the correct time when worn again. This is the first black dial Titalyt example to appear at auction. If you're looking for one, we occasionally get them on the secondary market. Feel free to reach out. Now onto something from Lange Söhne that rarely surfaces. This is the lot number 4, the Grand Lange 1 Moonphase Lumen reference 139.035F. One of my personal favorites. Released in 2016 as a limited edition of just 200 pieces, it features the signature Lumen aesthetic, a smoky sapphire dial that allows UV light to charge the luminous display underneath. It's cased in a 41mm platinum case and delivers all the signature Lange touches: outsize date, power reserve, small second, and an ultra-precise Moonphase that only needs adjusting once every 122 years. This is the number 114, and it comes complete with box and papers, a rare visually captivating piece that doesn't show up often. From German precision, we move to one of the pillars of independent Swiss watchmaking. Lot number 7 is the FP Journe Chronometre Souverain in pink gold. It's a watch that embodies balance, clarity, and mechanical excellence. Inside is the manually worn caliber 1304, made entirely of 18 karat pink gold, with twin barrels delivering a 56-hour of power reserve. The dial is beautifully minimalist, but slightly offbeat. A power reserve at 3 o'clock, a small second between 7 and 8. It's classic Journe in its most distilled form. This reference is often where I suggest collectors start getting into the brand. It's thoughtful, wearable, and refined. It is offered here with its box and certificate and in excellent overall condition. From one of the purest daily wearers in the Journe lineup, we move to something far more personal and historically meaningful. Lot number 8 is the FP Journe Tourbillon Anniversaire Historique, also known as the T30. This is actually the reason I traveled to New York. A client commissioned us to inspect this piece in person and bid on their behalf, something we regularly do as part of our services. With T30s, condition is everything, especially because the silver case elements can oxidize over time. Released in 2013 to mark the 30th anniversary of Journe's first Tourbillon pocket watch, this limited edition of 99 pieces is deeply rooted in the brand's origin story. Number 39, offered by the original owner, features a case in 18 karat rose gold and silver, a direct reference to the original material used. The dial is hand engraved and filled with lacquer, and the gilt brass tourbillon movement is hidden behind a hunter-style caseback. It's one of only 2 Journe tourbillons with solid caseback, making it a true collector's piece, a tribute to both his beginnings and the history of watchmaking. From a tribute to Journe's beginnings, we move to a one-of-one Lange that connects fine watchmaking with the world of historic automobiles. The lot number 9 is a Lange Söhne 1815 Chronograph Concorso, a unique piece awarded to the best of show winners at the 2022 Concorso d'Eleganza Villa d'Este. It features a pink gold with brown subdials inside a white gold case, a configuration never seen before in this reference. Inside is a revered caliber 951 flyback chronograph, celebrated for its tactile pusher feel and impeccable finishing. The hinged caseback is hand engraved with the event's coat of arms, a process that took 9 full days to complete. Originally presented to the owner of the 1937 Bugatti 57S, this watch is being offered publicly for the very first time. True one-of-one, and in my opinion, the most beautiful piece in this entire auction. From a one-of-one Lange rooted in the automotive history, we now turn to a watch that defined modern Patek Philippe. The lot number 10 is a legendary reference 1518, the world's first perpetual calendar chronograph produced in series. Introduced in 1941, it marked a turning point not just for Patek but for the entire industry. This example in yellow gold is a standout. It was purchased at auction in 1989 by a renowned American collector and kept untouched in a vault ever since. The case retains its original finishing with thick, sharp lugs and no sign of polishing. The dial is remarkably well preserved with all raised enamel printing crisp and vibrant. With only around 281 made, the 1518 is already rare, but to find one in this condition is exceptionally uncommon. For collectors of vintage Patek, this is the grail. Before we get into lot 38, I want to take a moment to thank the entire team at Philips for being so welcoming and accommodating. They took the time to walk us through each piece, and seeing them up close was truly special, so thank you again. And if you're enjoying this preview, make sure to like the video, let us know which one is your favorite lot, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more in-depth watch content. Now let's talk about the lot 38. This is the Cartier Coussin Bamboo Jumbo, a bold and rarely seen design for Cartier's creative 1970s period. Crafted entirely in 18-karat yellow gold, its carved bezel and lugs mimic the texture of bamboo, playing beautifully with light and shadow. The square case and minimalist wide dial strike a perfect balance between sculpture and elegance. Oversized and beautifully stylized, it is a standout from an era when Cartier wasn't afraid to take risks. After Cartier's bold sculptural design, we shift to something just as iconic but technically groundbreaking. The lot 43 is the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Quantieme Perpetual reference 5554BA, an early and exceptionally rare example of the first perpetual calendar Royal Oak. Introduced in 1984, this model marked the debut of the perpetual calendar in sports watch, powered by the ultra-thin caliber 2120/2800. This example, dated from 1985, is beautifully preserved with sharp case line, crisp hole marks, and a clean early dial layout. Note to the dotted gold indices and lack of leap year indicator. Crafted in yellow gold, it is a significant milestone in Royal Oak history and a must for serious collectors of early Audemars Piguet. From the bold beginnings of the perpetual calendar Royal Oak, we move back to Cartier, but this time at their most refined and architectural. Lot 52 is the Tank Louis Cartier Squelette, reference 2671, a limited edition of just 50 pieces from Cartier's Collection Privée. Released in 2004, it reimagines the classic tank with an open-worked movement housed in a platinum case. The hand-worn caliber 9710 MC is fully skeletonized, revealing 153 meticulously finished components visible through both the front and the back sapphire crystals. With its sunray bridges, exposed balance wheel, and a signature cabochon crown, this piece is as much a work of mechanical art as it is a timekeeper. Number 43 out of 50, it's a rare chance to own one of Cartier's most elegant technical achievements. From Cartier's architectural minimalism, we return to FP Journe, this time one of his most foundational automatic creations. Lot 64 is the Octa Réserve de Mars in 18-karat pink gold. Originally introduced in the early 2000s, this was Journe's first self-winding wristwatch and laid the groundwork for the entire Octa line. This particular example dated to 2013 and features a 40mm pink gold case, silver dial, and the third generation caliber 1300.3, crafted entirely in pink gold with a 22-karat rotor. You get all the signature Journe design language here. An asymmetric time display, a large date, and that elegant power reserve. It's well preserved, comes with its original box and papers, and is a great representation of Journe's technical evolution in a clean, wearable package. From the refined complexity of the Octa Réserve de Mars, we move to a modern icon that needs no introduction. The lot 70 is the Rolex GMT-Master Ref reference 116718 LN, released in 2005 to mark the 50th anniversary of the GMT-Master line. Cased in full yellow gold, this version introduced the now familiar Cerachrom bezel, resistant to scratches and fading, and came fitted with a striking green maxi dial with oversized markers. It's powered by the upgraded caliber 3186 with parachrome hairspring, offering a better stability across temperature and shocks. This example is in excellent condition and comes complete with its box, hang tag, and warranty card. A bold, modern Rolex with serious wrist presence. From Rolex's modern tool watch, we return once more to the early Journe, this time a true collector's favorite. The Lot 76 is an early octal réserve de marche with a brass movement and yellow gold dial, housed in a 38mm platinum case. These early pieces represent the foundation of the octa line, Journe's first automatic watch born from the idea of an unified base caliber with 120 hours of power reserve. This one features all the signature details, off-centered, a time display, large date, and a power reserve, all laid out with the distinct balance only Journe could achieve. The brass movement visible through the back marks it as one of the earliest examples, and it's preserved in a beautiful condition. It comes complete with box, papers, and an undated guarantee, making it a particularly attractive find for serious collectors. From one of Journe's earliest automatic models, we now turn to one of his most technically advanced creations. The Lot 82 is the Répétition Souverain with a smoked sapphire dial and ultra-thin minute repeater housed in a stainless steel case. Journe chose steel deliberately, not just for cost, but for sound. Its acoustic properties delivers far better resonance than precious metals. The movement is just 4mm thick, built entirely in 18-karat rose gold, and uses a flat gong system with a uniquely engineered striker. This smoked sapphire version brings a modern layer of visual intrigue, partially revealing the striking mechanism while maintaining legibility. Light plays across the dial, subtly shifting the view of the movement beneath. Offered by the original owner and presented in near-new condition with a full set, this is one of the most compelling modern minute repeaters on the market. After the modern acoustics of the Répétition Souveraine, we go to a piece rooted deeply in traditional watchmaking mastery. The Lot 83 is a Lange Söhne pour le Mérite Tourbillon, reference 701.001, an early and historically important piece, and one of only 150 made in yellow gold. Released in the late 1990s, it was the first wristwatch to feature a fusee and chain transmission, a complication originally found in Lange's 19th century pocket watches. This constant force mechanism delivers consistent torque to the escapement, paired here with a beautifully constructed tourbillon carriage. The design is classic Lange, symmetrical, restrained, and unmistakably German. Numbered 73, this example comes complete with its box, papers, and in superb condition, a benchmark in modern Saxon horology and one of the finest expressions of mechanical integrity in the modern era. From one of the most revered tourbillon wristwatches in German horology, we move to an icon that helped define the vintage Rolex market as we know it. The Lot 90 is the Rolex Cosmograph Daytona, reference 6239, fitted with a legendary Paul Newman exotic dial. First introduced in 1963, the 6239 was the original Cosmograph Daytona, the first to feature a tachymeter scale engraved on the bezel. This version with its tricolor exotic dial was poorly received at the time, which makes surviving examples incredibly rare today. What makes this piece even more special is its provenance. It comes from the original owner who received it as a high school graduation gift in 1970, an inscription still visible on the case back. It includes the full set, guarantee, hang tag, original box, and even service documentation from 1992. The dial is pristine with creamy lume plots that match the hands, and it's fitted with a CNI bracelet dated 1971, correct for the US market and engraved with the serial number. This is exactly the kind of fresh-to-market Paul Newman collectors dream of. From one of Rolex's most legendary chronographs, we turn to one of the most refined and elusive from Patek Philippe. The Lot 94 is a reference 3970E in yellow gold, a second series example fitted with the ultra-rare doré dial. The 3970 marked a major evolution for Patek as the first perpetual calendar chronograph to feature both a leap year and a 24-hour indicator. But this piece goes even further. Only a handful of 3970 are known to have been fitted with the opaline gilt dial. And this example is fresh to market, likely swapped by a Patek retailer at the original owner's request. The watch features a solid screw-down caseback, crisp hallmarks, and feuille hands, all correct for the second series. It's accompanied by its full set, including the certificate of origin from Patek, a rare opportunity to acquire one of the most elegant and elusive variations of a true Patek Philippe classic. From a rare dial variant of Patek's legendary 3970, we move to the very origin of the modern luxury sports watches. Lot 104 is the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak A-Series reference 5402 ST, part of the very first batch produced in 1972. Designed by Giorgenta overnight, this watch debuted with a bold concept, a stainless steel case, fully integrated bracelet, and a price tag higher than many gold watches of the era. This example is from the early A series and features all the correct hallmarks, including the AP logo at 6 o'clock. It's first to market, offered by the family of the original owner, and remains in excellent condition. For collectors of icons, this is as foundational as it gets. From the steel revolution of the Royal Oak, we move to one of the most technically sophisticated Pateks of the neo-vintage era. The Lot 115 is the Patek Philippe reference 5004P, a platinum perpetual calendar chronograph with a split seconds function. Introduced in 1994, this was the first serially produced Patek to combine both complications powered by a highly modified Lemania-based movement visible through its sapphire caseback. The case is a compact 36mm but slightly thicker than its predecessors to accommodate the rattrapante mechanism. The silver dial is clean and understated, with applied Arabic numerals and an oversized crown at 3 o'clock, giving it a modern edge. Produced in very small numbers due to its complexity, the 5004 has become one of the most sought-after Pateks of the modern era, and this example in platinum is one of the most elegant executions. From one of Patek's most intricate modern complications, we move to one of Rolex's most historically important tool watches. The Lot 120 is a Rolex GMT-Master Reference 6542, the original's pilot's GMT. Developed in the 1950s for Pan Am, the 6542 allowed pilots to track 2 time zones with a rotating bakelite bezel and a 24-hour hand, a revolutionary concept at the time. This example was manufactured in 1958 and features a glossy black lacquer dial that's aged to a warm golden tone under UV exposures. This example was manufactured in 1958 and features a glossy black lacquer dial that's aged to a warm golden tone under UV exposure, paired with a clean gilt minute track and printing. The case retains its original lines and proportions, showing honest age and character. Only produced for a few short years, the 6542 is the beginning of an icon, and this one only tells that story beautifully. From the jet age utility of the original GMT Master, we return to the cutting edge of a modern horology with F.P. Journe's most conceptually daring creation. The Lot 143 is a 20th anniversary Chronometre Résonance, updated with a remontoir d'égalité on each gear train. The watch features 2 independent escapements that synchronize through Résonance, but this generation takes it further, adding constant force mechanisms for both. A single barrel powers both trains through a visible central differential, and the new dial design now separates time, 24 hours on the left, 12 hours on the right. The crown has also been moved from 12 to 2 o'clock for better ergonomics. Often in like new conditions by the original owner, complete with box and papers, this is a technical masterpiece and one of Journe's most evolved expressions of mechanical timekeeping. From Journe's mechanical ingenuity, we shift to one of the most buzzed about modern Rolex releases and discontinuations. The Lot 97 is the Rolex Daytona Le Mans edition, reference 126528LN in yellow gold, released quietly after the discontinuation of the white gold 126529LN. This model pays tribute to the 24 hours of Le Mans with a red 100 on the bezel, vintage style white subdials, and unusually a 24-hour totalizer powered by the caliber 4132. It also features the new metal-rimmed ceramic bezel and Rolex's updated Perpetual rotor. Like the white gold version, it's one of the only non-platinum Daytonas with a sapphire caseback. Discontinued just a year later and replaced with a pink gold version, this yellow gold Le Mans is already a future rarity, offered complete from the original owner. We close the auction preview with one of the most visually striking modern Rolex watches ever made. The Lot 68 is the Cosmograph Daytona Rainbow, reference 116595 RBOW in Ever Rose Gold. First introduced in 2018, it takes gem setting to a whole new level. The bezel features a full gradient of colored sapphires arranged to mimic the full color spectrum, set without prongs perfectly flush. Diamond set lugs and a pavé dial complete the look, while the solid Ever Rose oyster bracelet keeps it wearable and balanced on the wrist. Offered by the original owner in near new condition, this is one of the most coveted Rolexes in recent memory. Impossible to get at retail and incredibly rare to see at auction, It's a fitting finale to a lineup that celebrates not just craftsmanship, but creativity, excellence, and the joy of collecting.